and this folder has, let us say, 2 or 3 files: index 1, index 2, index 3. So suppose we have 3 files in this folder: index 1, index 2 and index 3. And let us also suppose that, as usual, all of these 3 files, they contain this @add tag helper. They all contain the same directive add tag helper. Now if these files, they have to contain the same directive, all of them have to contain the same directive, then it is better to write this directive in just one file and include that file in all of them. Like we do in C or C++, we have header files. We can do the same thing here also. And it is done with the help of a ViewImports file. The name of this file is _viewimports.cshtml. So what we do is, we place this file adjacent to all the other files. This file _viewimports.cshtml, this file is placed adjacent to the other 3 files, and this directive add tag helper, this is written just once in this file. So what will happen is that, because this file has a special name, this name is known to ASP.NET Core, this is hard coded in ASP.NET Core. So whatever you write in this file, whatever directives you write in this file, those directives will automatically get included in the 3 files, and you do not have to repeat these common directives in all of them. So this is how it helps us to shorten our code in each of these files, makes it more readable also, because only the relevant content is visible in these files. The common content or the boilerplate code, that code moves into the ViewImports file. And if anybody wants to read your code, he can just open this file and see what are the common directives, if at all there is any requirement. So this is how I would say that we need a ViewImports file to make our code more readable, to make it more modular. So that is the whole point of it, and you understand it all, that is the whole point around it. Now let us see which directives are supported. You cannot write anything inside the _viewImports file. You can only write some directives. Some set of directives is there that can be written, that can only be written in your ViewImports file. So what are those? Add tag helpers. This is one directive that you can add. Then similarly there is the @remove tag helper. Then there is tag helper prefix also. This is there. Then @using, then you have @model, @inherits, @inject. So these are the various directives that you can write in this file. I'll not talk about what these directives are, but there is a small subset: add tag helper, remove tag helper prefix, using, model, inherits, inject. Apart from these, there is a restriction that you cannot put any function in this file. You cannot write any functions in this file, that is not allowed. And these are some of the points regarding this. And now let me also tell you about one thing that I missed here. Suppose this is your pages folder, and inside this pages folder you have these files, and along these files, let us suppose there is another folder. This folder is, let us say, pages 2, and this folder has further files. So if you have a ViewImports placed here, then this ViewImports, it applies to the files contained in subfolders also, applies also. This ViewImports file, it will apply to the other 3 files also. This is one thing. and let us suppose these three files, they have a view imports of their own also. So this is a second view imports file placed inside the pages2 folder. Then the effect on this file will be the cumulative effect of this view imports and of this also. The combined effect will take place on a file placed in the subfolders. So now you must have realized by now that if you become too much tempted to overuse this view imports file, then there can be a lot of confusion and the basic purpose for which this file is there, that may be defeated because of too many conflicts also and too many unpredictable cumulative effects. So that is why I personally say that do not overuse it, use it only closer to